charge. Hello trader. Hello, what's up? How have you been? How's your weekend? Welcome back to another weekly analysis and forecast. On the screen right now are the currency pair that got correct forecast from last week. Probably last week is the least accurate forex forecast for stay green. I'm not gonna hide like the other guy who try to show off when the forecast is correct and try not to talk about it when it is not. So yeah, I think probably due to non-farm payroll. I'm not gonna blame the non-farm payroll for my wrong forecast, but as you know, non-farm payroll is the most important and has the highest impact on the USD. USD is the major currency on the market, and it has the serious impact on several currency pair as well. So if you watch my trading system series, you will notice that inside my trading system I introduced to you, I recommend trader to, if you follow my trading system, try not to use that during the non-farm payroll week, and that's the reason. Try to stay away during the non-farm payroll. Anyway, last week forecast video I got 2 dislikes. What have I done? My previous forecast video has got the high accuracy and not many people give me a like. But once it turned back, you give me 2 dislikes. Life is not fair. Nah, kidding. I deserve it. I deserve it. Anyway, as you know, recently I created a group on some chatting platform to easier have a communication between you and me. So I decided to divide 2 most common trading chatting platform, we call that. Chatting platform into 2, one for my Vietnamese fellow and the other one for international trader friends. And we use English as the common language for that international trading group. So Telegram will be for my international trading friends, and English will be the major and the only language that will be used for this group. For the other platform, which is Zalo, I guess it's only common for Vietnamese, and in there we will communicate using Vietnamese only. Alright, so to find the group, you just easily locate on my top right the cover art of my YouTube channel. Click on that icon, or in each video description you can find the link to locate to the group. One more thing. This coming week will be a week with overwhelmed training system and tutorial for you. I know that been a while I haven't introduced any new trading system, new tutorial to you. Due to recently I've been super busy for my another project. So yeah, stay tuned, subscribe, and there will be a lot of trading system for you to watch this coming week. Alright, let's come back to the chart and we'll see what will happen for this coming week, shall we? Alright, let's get started with the first pair on the list, Australia and New Zealand. So last week in here I predict the price go down, and actually in fact we see the price retest this previous high, and finally we have a downtrend in here. So what is next for this coming week? In my point of view, after we have a downtrend, now I expect to have a short price correction before we will have another downtrend again. So for Australia and New Zealand, in short term price correction, and we expect some short up movement. After that there will be a downtrend again. So for short term uptrend, for scalper and day trader, you are free to join the trade, but for swing trader, just stand by and wait for the market finish structure before you join the bigger downtrend. That is the plan for Australia and New Zealand this week. For Australian USD, last week I didn't have a correct forecast and analysis. As in here, the predict price go down, but in fact we have the price keep going up to this level, and now we're waiting to see what happens next week. And our structure has changed, and what we'll be expecting to follow Australia and New Zealand happening this coming week. So in here we have a big uptrend. Let me see how many pips. Well, almost 500 pips for this uptrend. So after the big uptrend, now for the coming week, my point of view is the price will gradually have a downtrend like this. Could be back to this level or lower, I cannot say, but in general we will have a downtrend. So all the buy setup I will ignore, and we only focus on the downtrend with us for going short only. For Brent oil, what is an epic journey? I never get tired to talk about this. So down here, say the price will have a really huge uptrend, and those who follow our forecast at this moment, congratulations, how many times you multiply your account based on this single trade. But if you keep your order until now, leave me a comment below, let me know. Give a thumbs up and share the video to your trading community, let me know. Alright, so for Brent oil, what we should be expecting for this coming week, you may see the price have a little bit of push up further, but then after that we will have a downtrend afterward. So I will not suggest even for scalper and day trader to join the short uptrend. So for Brent oil, we only focus on the downside only. So going short is what we'll be looking for this coming week. For EURCAD, if you can remember what we said last Sunday about this currency pair, at this moment I said the price will go down, and you see in here, in fact, we have a downtrend. Price sharply dropped to previous low, and let's take a look how many pips for this downtrend. So in general, we have 265 pips for this downtrend, and those who take a stay green analysis forecast into the consideration as the criteria to open the trade for this currency pair, congratulations. Hope you enjoy our last week analysis, and give us a thumbs up or subscribe, share the video. So after price reached the previous low, it immediately bounced back to previous high and immediately have another sharp downtrend. So what a choppy market. So what we expect for this coming week for this currency pair. For EURCAD this week, especially Monday and Tuesday, you should expect to have a little kind of like corrective structure. The price will have a little correction before we have another downtrend. I will not advise scalper and day trader to join the little uptrend as a price correction. So we sit outside and let the market finish structure before we have another downtrend. So for EURCAD, we focus on downtrend and going short is the deal that we're looking for. For EURPOW, last week we also say that the price will go down, and here we are, we have the downtrend, reach previous low and then immediately bounce back to previous high and then down again. The market in general is pretty choppy for the non-farm payroll weeks. So those who watched our analysis forecast last week and you got some benefit out of this pair, congratulations. Comment below and say hi, alright? So for EURPOW, what will be happening in this week? Those who are a big fan of price pattern, not probably you noticed the pattern that I just highlighted here. And yes, we have same point of view in this case, combined with some other analysis. I agree and have same point of view with you in this case, that probably high chance the price will have a bigger downtrend. I mean, not all the case that hadn't showed the pattern the price will go down, but in this case, after combining with some other of my analysis, I would say that there will be high chance that we'll have a big downtrend after this. So yeah, pay attention to the support zone in here, and whenever you see a good chance, a good deal for going short, all the criteria in your trading system is satisfied, then there you go. There's a good chance to join the big downtrend. So that's a plan for EURPOW for this coming week. For Euro Japan Yen, last week at this moment I say the price will have a downtrend, but in fact the price keep going up until here, and now the price structure is changed. So what we expect for this coming week? As the price reach this level, according to my point of view for this coming week, you may expect the Euro Japan Yen to have a gradually downtrend like this. So for me, the only deal that I'll be looking for is to go in short only, and I will ignore all the sell setup. That is the plan for Euro Japan Yen. For Euro New Zealand, last week I didn't have the video analysis and forecast, but I screen capture my point of view to the Telegram and Zalo group. You can check it back. So for this currency pair, I point out two scenarios. One is the price if have the sideways or corrective structure, then probably it would go up. Otherwise, if you see a sharp down movement, then there will be a downtrend. You can join my Telegram or Zalo group to check the image that I shared, the screenshot that I shared last Sunday about this. So that's what I mean, and eventually, and the price fall into the downtrend scenario. And here we have a sharp downtrend. And what we should be expecting for this week? You may expect the price to have a short-term sideways or corrective structure before we have another downtrend. So in general, price will continue to go further down, and we will focus on the downside only. I will ignore any buy setup and not join the sideways periods. So once the price starts not downtrend, I will look for a good sell setup. And that's my plan for this coming week for Euro New Zealand. Similar to Euro Japan Yen, Euro USD last week, I also don't have a correct forecast and analysis. So at this point I said price go down, but in fact we have another uptrend. So for this coming week, what is the plan for Euro USD? For this coming week, you may see a price to retest the previous high, or it will go ranging within this range. Before we have a downtrend, short-term downtrend, I will not say this is a big downtrend, but probably price will go down around here until here, and then we have another uptrend again. So my plan is I'll focus on the downtrend and ignore the sideways period. But the downtrend, I will not hold my position for too long because, as I said, this is a short-term downtrend, so keep in mind that, and you may consider to move your stop loss if you go short in this case. That's the plan for Euro Japan Yen. For pound Swiss dollar, last week I said the price will go up and retrace and another up. So I recommend for the scalper and day trader. And as you can see, the price go pretty similar to my forecast. So those who follow my forecast and analysis from last week, congratulations. I hope you have a bunch of good tips by now, and consider to like, subscribe, leave a comment below and say hi, right? Cheers. Okay, so what's the plan for this coming week for pound Swiss dollar? So for this coming week, be prepared for this structure. The price might retrace a little bit and we have another uptrend. So that's alright if you plan to take any benefit of the corrective structure. But again, for me, I will focus on the uptrend only, and going long is my plan for this coming week for pound Swiss dollar. For pound Japan Yen, my forecast for last week isn't correct. And I said the price will go down, but in fact, you see the price rolling going up until this level, and our price structure is totally changed. So what we'll see this week, after a huge uptrend, now you may expect the price to have a little bit of corrective structure, and probably we'll have another uptrend again after that. So my plan is I may join the corrective structure as well as the uptrend, and this is a plan for pound Japan Yen this coming week. For pound New Zealand, right now you can see the price is at the major support level. So if you look left, the price 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time. It's not to mention if I scroll to the left, so it's 4 time touch this level. So to combine with the other factor, I would say for this coming week that we'll have an uptrend. So be prepared for any time that the price will go up. I will avoid and ignore any sell setup for this currency pair, and the only direction that I will be focusing on is the uptrend for pound Japan Yen. That is the plan for this coming week for this currency pair. I think pound New Zealand this week will bring to you a very good chance because the risk-reward ratio is really good at this point. So to combine with your trading system, you may consider to have buy order this coming week. I'll be monitoring closely to this currency pair this coming week, and I will share my update on the Telegram and Zalo group, so make sure you join the group to have the update on time. So that's a plan for pound New Zealand dollar this coming week. For pound USD last week, say price go down, but in fact we have price really go up and break the previous high. So what we'll be expecting for this coming week for pound US dollar? After a strong uptrend for this coming week, you may see a price have a little correction before it continue to go up further. So I believe the price will go further up. So the uptrend is the direction that I'll be focusing on, and especially for this currency pair, for scalper and day trader, I will not suggest you to join the short-term price correction. So stand out of market and let it finish the structure before the price continue the uptrend, and we will join the uptrend again. For gold, last week I said the price will have a little bit of the corrective structure before going up. In fact, we have a downtrend. Now the structure has changed. What do we expect for this coming week? With this structure, my analysis and forecast for this week is, you may see this structure and we have now the downtrend again. So in general for gold, the price will continue to go further down. But this downtrend is not long-term downtrend, it is short-term. After that we have the uptrend. So if the price reach low enough, then be an uptrend again. So if you open any sell order, consider to move your stop loss in break even once your position in the benefit, to avoid the price reversal to the opposite direction anytime. Right, so that's a plan for gold this coming week. For New Zealand USD, last week the price go down, but we have a rolling uptrend like this. So according to my analysis and forecast this coming week, for this currency pair we only have one direction, and that is downtrend. So I'll be focusing on the going short only for this currency pair, and all the buy setup I will ignore it. And that's a plan for New Zealand USD this coming week. For EURCAD, last week I said price will have a little bit of the corrective structure going downward, and then we have another uptrend. But we have in here is very long and sharp down movement of the candle, 4-hour candle, and the price continue to go down again. So the price structure now has changed. What you'll be expecting for this coming week? According to my point of view, now price pretty low, and for this coming week you may expect to see this price gradually going up. So we have a strong uptrend or price gradually go up, I cannot tell, but in general we'll have an uptrend for this coming week. Any sell setup I will ignore, and we'll focus on the uptrend only. Now with USD yen, last week what I say, if you remember and check my screen capture in the Telegram and Zalo group, you can see that I draw like this. And what we have in here, the market really go up, and congratulations those who follow my analysis last week. So I still keep my vision same with the last week. Now we have uptrend. For this coming week, you will see and you may expect price to slowly, we have downtrend. And then we'll have another uptrend. So that is my plan for USD yen this coming week. Short term, downtrend. Longer term, uptrend. You're okay to join any direction. But if you consider take benefit of the short term uptrend, but keep in mind to move your stop loss to break even anytime your position in the benefit condition to avoid the sudden up movement. And that is planned for USD yen this coming week. And that is my forecast for this coming week. I know I said it before and I won't say it again. The way I share my weekly analysis and forecast to you is on the purpose of showing you my point of view, and hopefully that will be one of the useful filter for you to use in your trading system as one of those criteria before you open any trade. So in all my analysis and forecast, I never tell trader to immediately open the trade based on my analysis and forecast. So what you should do is take into consideration that my analysis and forecast as one of the filter for your trading system, as one of the criteria before you open any trade. Alright, I hope you enjoy my video for the forecast and analysis for this week. If you do so, please consider like, subscribe and share the video to your trading community. I'll see you in another video. Happy trading and stay green.